Greetings sailors and welcome back to World of Warships, and I'll look at something a bit different than usual in that it is a mid-tier ship. It's also a ship that's been around for a while and it ties in with the current event pass and Lunar New Year stuff. The ship in question is this, the Huanghe, and it's been in game since 2017, so yeah, this is definitely not a new ship. It's also not a particularly popular ship. It's never been a popular ship because, frankly, it's not great. It has decidedly earned its nickname over the years of the Huanghe. Now, this is maybe not the most timely video in that the event pass is kind of coming to an end, and I'm sure most people have decided already if they are going to get the premium track or not. Sometimes I do if I feel like it's going to be worth it, but on this occasion, absolutely not. I mean, I've already got it. I've had it for quite a long time. It's not a new ship. And I'm pretty sure you don't get any doubloon compensation if you've already got it. It does also come with the quite nice lantern camo. And then at the end of the track, you've got this camo for the Jinan, which is actually not bad. I quite like that camo, but I don't really want to pay the event pass doubloons for just that camo, so no. And the rest of the standard track is very deeply meh, so it's kind of rather uninspiring overall, and the fact that they've chosen a very uninspiring ship to go in it is sort of fitting, I suppose. But I will also mention that alongside that we've had the Lunar New Year event, which is just straight up gambling, which well, I don't think you have to guess my thoughts on that, really. There's no way around it. This is just, you know, pull the lever on the slot machine and keep pumping in the coins and hope that you get the new ship that's available, the Incheon, which is only available through this. Yeah, go swivel on it, Wargaming, is my response to that. So, overall, a very, very deeply uninspired, missable, just rubbish Lunar New Year event. But, you know, let's play the ship itself so you can at least get an idea of what it is if you are somehow tempted and don't have it already. Because it's not very good. Okay, we've got some good matchmaking here, apart from the double submarines. They are going to be annoying to deal with. Right, so we're going to go forward so we can see if we can spot anything. We do have very good stealth. It's one of the few very good things on this ship. You can just about stealth torpedo. And actually, you can't stealth torpedo. Why did I think they were longer than 8 kilometers? They're not longer than 8 kilometers. I'm thinking of British cruisers. The torpedoes on this, they used to be worse in that you couldn't even choose between narrow and widespread for some reason. Not that the widespread is terribly wide, but yeah, they changed that at some point, and I think the only other buff it's ever had was to the HE pen. I think at some point it gained like an extra millimeter of HE pen, taking it from 24 to 25 millimeters, which at this tier doesn't really help it very much. As far as I know, it's never had a reload buff or anything like that, so considering it's only got 6 barrels, it doesn't do particularly well in terms of its firepower or its torpedoes, and it really does heavily rely on the gimmick of having the crawling smoke. You can swap out the hydro for a reload booster, but I don't think it's really worth it. I think if you're going to use the smoke, you're going to also really want the hydro, and just because you have to get so close to use the torpedoes that if you're in that kind of situation, then yeah, you're probably already having a real bad time. You'll also notice the range of these guns is cripplingly short. So yeah, this is not a ship you see being played very often, and there's a very good reason for that. And it's kind of why it surprised me to see this thing as part of the event pass. It 100% felt like well, let's just chuck something in there and see if anybody bites. Because there's no real reason to want to have this in your port other than for completion's sake, because it is the only Arethusa class in the game so far. And if we ever get one on the Royal Navy tree, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if it popped in at tier 5. I mean, this thing arguably should have been a tier 5 when it was introduced with only 6 barrels. And unlike the Alba, they're not 14 inch guns. No, they're not heavy cruiser guns. Why did my brain reach for 14-inch guns? I don't know. They're not heavy cruiser guns. They're light cruiser guns. They're 152mm guns. And they really are just kind of lackluster along with everything else. There's nothing particularly good about these. So, yeah. It's kind of weird. It's a relic of the past, basically. It was never a good ship. It's always been... Oh, hello. It's always been considered to be kind of rubbish. So, yeah. There's a submarine right there, but going after it would mean literally going after it because we don't have the airdropped depth charges. So, yeah, no, screw that. Let's not go out in front of a bunch of enemy battleships and see what happens, because it won't be good or pleasant or fun. Yeah, this smoke is almost done. It's even with the smoke gen, it's like 2 minutes. It's not bad with the smoke generator equipment added on, but it still doesn't feel like that much time overall, just because your firepower is so inadequate. It's not like you're sitting there in the smoke with a really fast-firing pew-pew cruiser. You are in fact just plinking away. 7-second reload with 6 barrels is just kind of painful. It's not so great. I mean, you go up a tier and you've got, say, the Weimar, which has oh, this is gonna hurt probably. Oh no, okay, which has got 8 barrels and it's got a 5-second reload, and yeah, it's a higher tier, but it's also kind of a squashy cruiser, and it's also got a fairly short range, but it's all round just a better ship. There's kind of like it's got a lot more going for it for having those handicaps rather than, well, this. Anyway, it's not going so well. They're all beating up on that Derflinger, and when they've finished beating up that Derflinger, everyone start beating up on me. So I'm fully expecting not to survive this match, but I guess we'll see. I might be able to go dark and maybe just disengage a bit, but then of course, I mean, it's not like I'm charging at the enemy here, it's just the range is so bloody short on this thing that it's like, what can I do? You can either be in extreme danger and firing your guns, or not. So, yeah. Honestly, I don't know how to fix this ship. You could just straight up drop it a tier and you would barely have to change any of the characteristics and it would still be fine. Like, maybe make the stealth a little bit worse. For its tier, I mean, what would you do? You would give it a longer range and a faster rate of fire, I think, and that might make it slightly more tolerable, maybe. But as it is, yeah, it's just... I'm kind of partly wondering why I'm doing this to myself, but it's just such a long time since I even thought about playing this ship. And seeing it in the event pass, I thought, okay, sure, let's torture myself a bit, because it's such a forgotten premium. Nobody has any reason to play it. Back in the day, I mean, even in 2017, there were still plenty of other premiums, but there are now so many other premiums, even at the mid tier, to play, that this thing just... it has no reason to exist. Back when it was introduced, I think that would have been when we were starting to get Pan-Asian ships in, so it would have been a bit of a novelty just for being a Pan-Asian cruiser. And, you know, it's a ship that actually existed. It was, I think, it's post-war given to the Republic of China, or was it during the war? I don't know. But then ended up defecting to the always delightfully named People's Liberation Army Navy. It's a weird quirk of the CCP's military structure, that the Navy is like the Liberation Army is essentially the unitary military force, and the Navy is a part of that, which is kind of a structure you don't really find anywhere else. But yeah, it's got none of that these days. We have now whole lines of a whole line of Pan-Asian cruisers, and it's a relic. It really is. Right, let's see if we can do something to this Celebes. We know there's a submarine up there, which it's a tier 5 cruiser. I'm pretty sure outranges me. I'm pretty sure it can quite happily just kite away from me, no problem. We know there's a sub up there as well. I don't know if we want to try and go after that. We could go and try and cap the middle, maybe, I suppose. They're so deeply down on points, though, that I don't know if anything I do is going to be particularly useful right now. Anyway, we've done a little bit more damage. Yeah, I guess we'll just try and cap the mid. We have killed a lot of their ships. There's not many left, but there's not many of us left either, so I think actually getting the cap circle probably would be the better plan of action right now. Try and stem some of that bleeding. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go to the B cap rather than chase after that submarine. Well, there is so little happening at the moment that I can really talk about. Oh, maybe just... oh, never mind. If I'd been a little quicker noticing that, I could have taken a pot shot at that submarine. The fact that there are carriers in this, once upon a time, way back in the old days, when this first came out and manual AA was a thing. There's this thing with its rather prominent secondary battery of dual-purpose guns. One of the few things it did have going for it, aside from the crawling smoke, was you could, for a tier 6 cruiser, buff the AA to be something approaching respectability, but as with literally any premium where AA was any kind of factor, that all went out the window when AA was reworked. So yeah, it's still, I guess, not terrible for a tier 6 cruiser, but not terrible for a tier 6 cruiser doesn't really mean very much, does it? Anyway, let's see if we can get this Kalmar now. It is close enough. They're not really managing to be stealthy, so I can have a pop at them. Not entirely sure. I think the Independence is just trying to cover the Kalmar. Okay, that's fair enough. They're going to come for me. And hello, submarine. Right, we have 2 lots of things to dodge at the moment. Kalmar torps, Independence torps. In fact, 3 lots. We're going to have... I'm going to take a torpedo from somewhere, aren't I? Slow down too much there, really. Oh, I want the Kalmar game. Once I'll put the torpedoes out there. Right, that was an unfortunate amount of health to lose, but there was a lot going on right there. And this does not get the British cruiser acceleration. It's yet another reason why it's really not very good. The British cruiser. How's that Celebe still alive? They must have managed to sneak away somewhere real good. Yeah, it's a struggle bus. It is absolutely a struggle bus, and it has fairly terrible matchmaking for being a struggle bus. This thing versus tier 8s, as you can imagine. Not so good. Right, I really didn't want to go through that gap with the Kalmar being there. The submarine at least is dead. I can maybe just get in there and get my... there's the Kalmar.
The enemy is about to win.
Get my crawling smoke going so that... Okay, the Arizona should get the Kalmar so that I can cap without the possibility of getting reset by that Independence. Oh man, this thing really, like, among the many ways you could improve it would be to give it the British cruiser acceleration, but no, this is one of those ships. It doesn't get to be buffed, it doesn't get to be improved, it doesn't really get anything. It is forgotten and unloved. Right, let's not fire, let's not make it easy for the Independence to try and guess where I am going. I've actually done a respectable amount of AA damage, considering. Alright, we are so close to losing this! Goodness sake. At least managed to get in the cap and stop it. Oh right, that's Celebes. If the Iruku can get them, that's fine. That other sub is still somewhere, presumably toying with the Koenig. Right, Independence presumably going to go for the Koenig. I don't have the range. I do not have the range for the Celebes. It's just... it's so bad. Why am I doing this to myself? I don't know. Torturing myself to save other people, to spare other people from the pain of this ship. Because... oh lordy, even with good matchmaking, it's pain. Right, we cannot get the Celebes. They are just consistently out of range enough to be an issue. So let's go for the Independence instead. Ooh. Right, are you close enough? You're just now close enough, maybe. So he really does need to die. It's bad enough dodging. Oh, it's bad enough dodging the CV. God, my AA gunners are getting a workout right now. Oh, see, this is just enough, close enough to be making it real hard to actually hit this Celebes. And we know there's a submarine around here somewhere as well. Right, that Kalmar's still alive. Our CV should really be helping the Kalmar. Take out that Kalmar right now, but alas no. I'm just waiting for the ping. It's gonna happen. Right, you've called back your bombers? I think... oh, no, I haven't called back the bombers. Not yet. Right, that's a sideways on drop. We're actually going to use that to... oh, no, never mind. We're not going to do nothing. We're going to die. I was going to say, that's a sideways drop from those bombers. I was unlikely to die, and then I did die, so that's real unfortunate. We're at 990 points. Okay. Less than 2 minutes to go. We are ticking upwards on points, but man, our Independence is apparently dead set on trying to go for the other carrier. with Aryuja rather, for not particularly strong results so far. Maybe the Koenig can get some shots if the... Like, if he dropped some fighters down to keep the independents spotted so the Koenig could fire, or if he went to help the Arizona and dropped some fighters over the Kalmar. But he's kind of not doing either thing. Yeah, Aryujo is losing this fight. Oh well, I don't think we're going to win this one. I think it's a bit too close. We only need to lose one more ship and we are done. And, oh yeah, that was a big hit for the Koenig. Like, if we can last, we can, like, if nobody dies, actually we might do this. If nobody dies, there is maybe just enough time. But we're cutting it very close. There we go, 990, 996, 999 with less than 30 seconds to go. Whew, okay, that got spicy. I think the most useful thing I did in that one was the cap flags. Okay, well, yeah, that was a game. That was indeed a game. Alright, now we're in it. This is the sticky end of things. Tier 8 game. Still a CV, still submarine. The CV is going to be more of an issue this time, even though it's tier 6, because it has the potential to keep you spotted. This is going to get ugly. This is going to get really ugly. At least they don't have any radars for me to worry about. Because, of course, that's the other thing with this thing being tier 6 matchmaking and able to see tier 8s is you see a lot more radars than you would if you were at tier 5, which completely negates your crawling smoke. And, of course, you have to get close enough that you are in an incredible amount of danger if somebody pops off a radar. You don't have any ability to quickly run away. At least if there's torpedoes incoming towards your smoke, you've got the hydro going, but it's not like at least in terms of surface spotting, it's not going to be too bad. But you know, if you also end up in a game with lots of destroyers, then your stealth doesn't really matter that much either. Because again, you've got to get really close. You might be firing off in your smoke, and then suddenly you get detected by a destroyer you didn't know was there. So yeah, it's just painful, man. It's just painful. Whoever designed the characteristics of this ship really did not think highly of Royal Navy cruisers. Alright, we've got some planes coming in, which are going to be annoying if they spot us. I'm actually going to turn away, just in case... No, they're going for the Cherbourg, never mind, okay. I was thinking if they did spot us, we don't want to particularly be going towards the enemy, but everything is now just so comically far out of range. Radio location's telling me there's something here. That's part of the reason why I took radio location on this, is to at least give you some idea of if there might be an unspotted destroyer or submarine or something close enough to pose a problem when you're smoked up. So yeah, right. Oh, we're spotted. That's
Smoke generator activated.
Possibly a destroyer. It's not clear. Get the hydro going. The Uganda's also smoked. Gee, if only I had some torpedoes with a useful range where I could actually, you know, just talk out towards that smoke. That would be handy.
Torpedoes to port.
Right, that is some sub-torps that are unguided, that's fine. The Uganda's currently the closest thing. Blind fire that smoke a bit. Actually, that rather implies they're not in the smoke anymore, doesn't it? Oh, no, there they are. The advantage of the crawling smoke is that people tend to aim more at the smoke. And it's hard to account for people moving within smoke. I mean, even within his own smoke cloud there. Is that going to go over? No, I can't get to where I think he's going to be with the... yeah. Oh, well. Right. Well, okay, that was a bit of a waste of smoke. It saved me from some damage, but I've done literally no damage in return. This might be a very low damage game. Very, very low damage indeed. Let's head over towards the sub-is and see if we can at least depth charge it. It's rather extended, so we should at least not have to worry too much about getting blatted by things that are comically far away. So far away that I can't possibly hope to do anything about them. Oh, that Cherbourg is taking an absolute battering. Do I dare open fire? I don't think I do. Not without smoke available. Even though they're all shooting at the Cherbourg right now. Richelieu, Gneisenau. Like the Dutch cruiser, okay, not so much, but man, those could absolutely rip me a new one if they wanted. So I'm still going to continue with my plan to try and help the sub. Oh, am I about to get air spotted? No, fortunately, it came very close, but didn't. Okay, the sub has spotted me. That's not welcome. Must be at periscope depth. Ooh, okay, unspotted. They know I'm here at least. I'm entirely relying on the salmon for any kind of visual spotting. I mean, even like a speed boost or something wouldn't go amiss. There are so many ways you could improve this ship, but it's just one of those deeply forgotten older premiums. There's a lot of old premiums that stand up really, really well. That don't really need any kind of additional anything. This is not one of them. Right, Vesa AP rockets, we don't want to be broadside to those. And also just deploy some depth charges just in case we're near where the sub was last spotted. We've got hydro going. Not that that will help me spot the sub, but it will at least help me spot torpedoes. Because why would a hydrophone help you spot submarines? That would make sense. We can't be having that now, can we? We absolutely can't be having that. Right, even if he does shotgun me, he's not going to do a huge amount of damage. Yeah, we've got to be absolutely right on top of the guy to see him. God, a speed boost would be so useful right now. British acceleration would be so useful right now. So many things would be so useful right now, but no. You don't get that. Because... and now I'm just spotting for other people to do damage and not actually doing any damage myself. Right, is he kind of turned away from me? He's going to be close enough to splash. Oh, 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 there we go, yay! I killed a submarine, I'm helping you guys, I'm helping. But at least frees the Yumihari up to do something a bit more useful. Oh, hello. Right, fellow tier 6 cruiser. With a tier 8 battleship backing me up, we might be able to actually do something here. Might be able to pew my guns without having to use a smoke. Hope they get occupied with other things. Right, he's going to turn around, so there's no reason to... Absolutely no reason to use torpedoes there. Should maybe try some AP myself. You don't get the British AP, of course, by the way. That would also make it too good. I think this has got Soviet shells? I can't remember exactly. Don't think it's British shells. So it's definitely nothing special. Right, you just gave me a lot of broadside there, mate, which is nice for me, not so nice for you.
Torpedoes direct front.
Oh, I don't want to take the torp. No, took the torp. I was either take torp or go broadside, and I kind of chose the worst of both worlds there.
Our team has taken the lead.
Yay! I got another kill.
Destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Oh, good lord. Okay, right. I think we are winning this one quite hard. They don't have that many ships left. That looked in them. Yeah, there we go. He's about to die. I suspect most of the rest of this game is going to be spent dodging planes. Unless a battleship somewhere takes a sudden interest in me. There's still that Richelieu over there. Oh well, let's see how many plane kills we get. Last time it was 19. And we still got killed by a carrier. Let's see if we get killed by a carrier once again. We may well have to deploy a smoke just on the basis of not getting killed by a CV. 17? 18? We're actually quite close. Yeah, okay, let's
Smoke generator activated.
get that guy. Attack, 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 attack. Sort of relying on a bit of luck here, really. CV must be pretty close. Eee, that missed, okay. I wonder if he's behind the island. In fact, no, that'll be him on the radio location contact, so he's presumably zooming along somewhere in that direction. Right, so we can sort of speed up and slow down a bit as planes appear, but of course that's not going to work for so long. The smoke will keep me alive for a little bit, but okay, he's going for someone else now that I've got smoke going. Well, the smoke saved me from one airdrop, at least. Just looking at that Richelieu, we might actually be able to get in range while I still have a bit of smoke going on. Let's swing around behind the limb of this island. Get some QQs going. They've actually managed to swing it back a bit in terms of kills, so I don't know, I thought we were winning this one reasonably hard, and I think we are still winning, it's just... well, yes, we are winning, actually. Very low health Fuso and that
Smoke screen set.
CV somewhere, but yeah, it's been a bit harder going than it might have otherwise been. Okay, there goes my smoke. I'm now entirely at the mercy of RNG as to whether this CV kills me, whether I die to a CV yet again. This full squad of AP dive bombers. Oh, okay. Okay. Didn't hang them around to go for another pass. Nearly 2 minutes to my next smoke. I suspect the match will be finished by then. It'll be nice not to die to a carrier again. But you can't have it all. I've literally just noticed that division is both pink. Both from the same clan as well. I wonder what they were doing. to get themselves both turned pink. Probably nothing good. Right, the vessel's got to be like up in the far corner. They're like way off down there. We'll probably cap before that point. A minute to go before more smoke. Thrilling gameplay. Absolutely thrilling. A heel. Hell, you could give this thing a pair of heels and it wouldn't exactly be overpowered, would it? It would just give it a bit more staying power. It would just let it be in the fight a little bit longer to let its crap firepower do a bit of work. Oh, it'd be so nice to get in range and pew pew a bit. Right, they actually reset the cap, which makes it more likely that we're going to get a chance to bludgeon them. Be nice to get some revenge. Come here, little Vessa. Please, please stop running. The speed is not bad for a light cruiser, but it's not like it's fast. I don't think we're going to catch up at this rate. I think the Vess is just a bit too quick. They're going to get a reset on the KG. KG the 5th. That one, at least. Well, I mean, I get the urge to get more flags, get a bit more damage, but it also just makes it more likely that we're going to be able to get to finish them off. Okay, here they are, coming for me with the AP planes. Best we can do is turn in. Well, I barely scratched me. No, they're too fast. They're literally too fast for me. I cannot get close enough to take any shots. I just can't get close enough. Oh man, this is so annoying. Being outrun by a CV. I can rack up some more plane kills at least. Is it what, 30, 35 you need for the AA medal? I can't remember now. We might even get it. Well, he's come to a halt. I'm not. I just. Come on! Come on! No. God damn, the range on this thing is so cripplingly bad. Well, we managed to live, at least, and I did get 2 kills, even if the damage was pretty rubbish overall. Yeah, that turned out to be a kind of closer game than I would have guessed, but standard games are often a little bit weird. Anyway, shall we do one more? Oh god, go on then. Subject myself to even more pain and suffering, purely for your entertainment, of course. Oh good lord, I cannot get away from the carriers. Okay, this time it's tier 8 carriers as well. Also still a submarine, lot more subs this time, lot fewer cruisers. Yeah, wow, they're not even tier 7, any tier 7 cruisers in the mix. With myself and an extremely unlucky Ramat, which also has a rather short range, but much better firepower.
Smoke generator activated.
Right, let's slow down, start smoking as we approach the cap. Gallant. Okay. Gallant. It's the gallant, it's not the gallant. It's not an Israeli destroyer somehow. Although I wouldn't be surprised if Israel had ended up with some ex-Royal Navy destroyers post-World War II. Right, Yarsfeld. I'm going to try and drop some bombs on my smoke. Don't know, guess we'll see. Vladivostok, we can maybe try and set a fire on that. Not that it will do that much good. But maybe make them waste a damage control party. Which is more for the benefit of the rest of the team than me. I don't get any benefit out of that necessarily.
Torpedoes direct front.
Right, I've got the cap.
Torpedoes
Oh,
to
I'm actually now just about at the cap. Well, we've got the cap in the sense that the enemy's not contesting it. It's kind of what I meant. My brain just caught up. Like, sometimes I say the words and then my brain catches up with, oh, wait, no, maybe that didn't make as much sense as it might have.
torpedoes to port.
And then sometimes my brain doesn't catch up at all. And it's only watching it back later that I realise that what I said doesn't make any sense at all. Right, oh, Akatsuki, that's definitely a much more important target rather than more or less fruitlessly plinking away at the Vladivostok. Smoke's about to go. Let's kill our speed so we can enjoy another second or two of that. Nice, there goes the Akatsuki.
Torpedoes to port.
That's unfortunate. Oh no! I mistimed that. Plus no shoot.
Port.
Right. Fortunately, he's about to, there we go, get unspotted. And the gunlight is now literally not close enough to spot me. Because my range is just so crap. I wonder if I can use that smoke there. Oh no, wait, that's Tirigo smoke, isn't it? That's going to be... or is it Tirigo smoke? Oh yeah, it's dissipating. Yeah, that's Tirigo smoke. Okay. I was thinking it might be from the other destroyer, the Shiratsuyu. We've also lost a Scorner. I wonder if I should go middle, actually. I've got the Cachalot and the Ramat. And the Tirigo. Man, if only this thing really could stealth torp. I know that was a total misspeak at the start of this video, but if it could stealth torp, you know, there's just so many ways you could make this thing a bit less crap. And it's been in the game since 2017 and Wargaming has done none of them. It's just kind of funny to me that even Wargaming has forgotten this thing exists. Right, I'm absolutely doing a stupid thing right now, but maybe ooh, pull some attention away from my allies a little bit, maybe. I'm also heading just out of range. Right, there's the Cachalot. I'm gonna clear the... no, okay. Is that the Cachalot spotting me? It is. How unusual. Right, there's the Ramat. Smoke is almost back. I don't know if we want to bother with this smoke from the Ramat though. Our Tirigo's looking a little unhealthy. Oh, I've done more damage than last time. Oh, ouch. Well, ouch for them, not ouch for me. That thing is considerably more manoeuvrable than I am. Oh, hello. Talking of torpedoes. Oh, we did not avoid it. Well, that's rubbish. That's half my health gone. Right, the Tirigo is, I think... I mean, the Tirigo is a bigger threat than the Ramat. Overall, some higher priority target, so yeah, let's go for that. Right, there's somebody that's not either of those two aiming at me, and I don't like it. It's the Vladivostok, okay. Right, we are getting the cap at least. Man, here was me trying to be helpful and come and help teammates and lose half my health in the process. Oh well, right. Like I say, Ramat's also got crap range, but it's still better than me! Even though it's smaller caliber guns. If anybody was even remotely thinking of getting the premium event pass to get this ship, I hope I've dissuaded you. I think the only reason I have it is because this would have been while I was still a CC. I'd have been given it, and I think I ripped into it at the time as well. And it's so barely changed. It's so barely changed in that time. You can now do this, and that's about it. And it couldn't even do that back in the day. Because, reasons. Probably not going to hit the Torigo, but you never know. Right, we have... Oh, no, there we go, one hit. We've got 3 or 4 caps, so that's not too shabby. I wonder if I can get close enough to maybe get some shots into the KGV. Well, ideally, I could just sit behind this island and go pew pew pew. But no, you've got to have things within, what is it, 13.2 kilometers. Yeah. 13.2. There are tier 4 ships that have better range than 13.2. Not many of them, but they do exist. Right, that is... Oh, it's the Gajamada. Oh, oh, Lexington is screwed. Okay. Utterly screwed. So let's use a smoke. Gonna wait to slow down enough so that we're not going to get spotted when we fire. Oh, that can ice now is super low health. So taking all kinds of beatings. Right, now Torigo is down. That was a totally deserved kill, obviously. Aquila plane's coming sniffing around, but I am smoked up, but they're going to have a go anyway. Aquila's actually got pretty nasty AP rockets. Right, Torigo was coming this way. They're going to get Hydro back soon. Which I think we're going to want to trigger. Oh, hello. Oh, well, okay. I mean, Torigo's fast, so I'm kind of not surprised. Like, it's not like these torpedoes are particularly speedy, 60 knots. Deeply average speed, deeply average damage. Yarsfeld is just in range. Vladivostok's definitely the higher priority target. Bigger guns. And I think this is slipping away from us even with the caps. Doing what I can, but I mean normally in a tier 6 cruiser in this matchmaking, doing what you can is a fairly limited affair. I mean in this case it's extremely limited. You either play cautiously or you get deaded very quickly. Because people see a tier 6 cruiser and they just go, ooh, that's just free damage. Right. Oh, hello, Aquila planes. I don't think we're going to get the 30-ish. Like, we didn't get the AA medal last time because we didn't have enough planes, but we're definitely not going to get it this time. Right, don't ground myself, but yeah. It's going to be the KGV or the Yarsveld or somebody. Or both. Could be the Colorado, maybe? Right. Kajimad is at least low health, but so is our Pizharski. The Rook is taking a battering. It's not a particularly hardy ship. See if we can get in range of the Colorado, at least. Oh man, that Kajimada is strikingly low health. Double-digit hit points. Fancy their chances against the extremely low health Pizharski, and yeah, okay. Right, Colorado. You now know I'm here. Oh, I was really hoping to get smoke back and be a sneaky boy. And then some planes turned up to ruin my party. Oh, hello. The Ramat's right in front of me. Planes, why? Planes! No! Right, I had no clue the Ramat was there. That's unfortunate. Oh, I was gonna try and be a sneaky boy, but that's not happening. I think I'm just gonna die to planes. No, I got lucky. Ugh. Right, I don't... There's just... No, I don't have the arcs to fire over that. There's very limited amount I can do here. Get fire going and maybe switch to AP. Yeah, I maybe just switch to AP, not even bother trying to get a fire going. Oh no, there we go, we're locked out. Right, here's a rare instance where having the reload booster for the torpedoes would have been useful. Oh good lord. Oh, I didn't even see them, they got dropped from behind. Okay. That was sneaky. That was very sneaky. Okay, well, okay. We've won 2/3 of the games. I can't really complain about that, but none of it was fun. None of it was fun. So if you're going to rank premiums from S tier down to F tier, this thing is solidly F tier. It has extremely few redeeming features, and just in terms of even tier 6 premium ships alone, there is no reason. There is no reason to buy this. There are so many better, more interesting choices. Huanghe could be deleted from the game tomorrow, and I don't think really anyone would miss it. Although they might get a bit mad if it was done without any form of compensation. But yeah, you look at the list of tier 6 premiums, and even just tier 6 premium cruisers. They all blow this thing out the water. In some cases quite literally. Anyway, so hopefully I've dissuaded you from spending any real world money on this thing, because it's rubbish and it's not even good for operations. It's just all round pretty bad. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, you can do all the usual things down underneath it, and of course, as always, stay tuned for more.